Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am going to take the box wedge out of my 22-28 and install the tall four-way, which I haven't used yet. So first I'm going to touch up that edge. It's pretty blunt. If you haven't watched the Eastonmade video where Andrew Easton explains the reasoning behind sending these wedges out blunt, you should listen to that. If this is all new to me, I'm just learning, but I feel confident now I can change these wedges out pretty securely. If you're just learning a method of doing it and there's a chance that you might let one slip or drop, you definitely don't want to have these things razor sharp, because they will cut you bad if that ever fell up against you. So far I've put my 6-way to the test. In my first video I used the 6-way and did a 1/3 cord one single time through, and that came out, I was right at about 5 minutes and 40 seconds, and I had the wood staged and it worked pretty good. I didn't get dramatic on sharpening it. I just took a little bit of the edge off, and I'm going to do the same thing on the 4-way here. So I'm going to get into grinding. I've got a 60 grit flap disc and a 60 grit and a 40 grit, and I'm going to hit that. I'm not going to taper it out too far, just take some of that bluntness off, and then take you guys over to the splitter where I'll pull out the box wedge and maybe get some splitting done with the 4-way. Anyway, I think it's a worthwhile addition. This is about 4 5/8. This is a piece of 1/2 by 3. That tab is 1/2 by 3. This is 3/8 by, looks like 2 inch. 5/16 angle iron. It was a couple of scraps, and so all in all, I think a worthy addition, especially when you work alone. And okay, while working alone, I am going to install the box wedge back in the splitter. I like to add that little tag line. It's back into the skid steer already. Now I just lift this up, and as long as I approach slowly, it should drop right back in the machine. My box wedge installation tool. So there you have it, guys. We've got the tall four-way in there. One of the things I learned on pulling the box wedge out is this chain, when used at the extent of the hooks, it was at the limit of the lifting capacity on my skid steer. So I shortened it up. On this one I crisscrossed it over, and that was good enough length. In the future, I'll probably lay that box wedge down the opposite way. I just put it on the pallet that way so that when I bring it over to the shop, it'll be in position for me to do some sharpening on it. It's pretty blunt, and I'm just going to leave the lifting bar on there for now, and it's strong enough that it can pick up sideways. I kind of worried about, I considered getting a little sling with barrel lifting straps on it, but those things are kind of precarious, and I was kind of worried about them pulling from the side and just pulling right off. So I recommend putting something together if you're doing this alone. These are pieces of angle iron, and I just put a spacer in there. I was a little bit tight. I could have went 1 1/8 probably, but I put about 1 1/16, and with the paint and so on, they fit pretty tight. But if they get a little bit out, it is not slipping off of there. When I remove it, I got to tap it off, and I allowed clearance on each side, and I've got a T-bolt that I just welded up out of a 1/2-inch bolt. Took the long part, cut the head off, and welded that to the 1/2-13 threaded rod, and that just puts it in a bind, and I think it's pretty safe. You always want to be safe and don't have anybody standing close by, but this enables me to do this alone without a bunch of stress and wear and tear on my back. So I think these things weigh about 200 pounds. Anyway, my little pallet just slapped together. It's about 4'5" by 3 foot deep by 4'5".